The Christmas Express. Darkness always believes it is stronger than a human being until it meets a light that is not afraid to leave. The world has entered a dark time. Wars, fear, exhaustion, and the feeling that the main source of light has gone out somewhere in space. But there is one night, the shortest day of the year, and on this night a choice is born. On this night the Christmas express of light appears. One only children can see it, and sometimes adults, those who have not lost their inner child. For the fourth year in a row, the control of the express has been entrusted to Ukrainians. Because there is a nation that does not go dark in darkness. Ukrainians do not prove anything, they simply live, and that is what irritates the darkness. Darkness is not all powerful. It just hasn't yet understood who it is dealing with. They stood side by side at the station, different, as if random. But the express already knew. These children were holding the light, and it was hurrying for them as if for the last hope of salvation. The oldest boy stood near the Christmas tree, wearing a jacket several sizes too big. In his eyes lived an adult weariness of pain, and at the same time a quiet, stubborn face that light would win. He spoke simply, without drama. I spent a week in a shelter. My mother covered me with her body. When the concrete fell, I thought the world had disappeared. But I survived, so it wasn't for nothing. A girl with a light suntan stepped closer. Their eyes met and they felt each other's sorrow without words. She whispered, "Where I live now, the sea is warm and the sun is gentle. It's beautiful there. There is no war, but fireworks still throw me back to the moment when my mother and I fled the country. And it hurts that I cannot return home because I am afraid of losing my light to my own fear." The youngest boy joined them, rosy-cheeked, wearing the dream vest his father had given him for his birthday. "My dad is in the trenches," he said, "and I help my mom. I hold the rear. Dad says even if you're standing in a pit, stand straight." He wasn't playing war. He was living responsibility. A small boy with a spark in his eyes was holding something not even adult can carry. The express invited the children aboard. The light around them thickened. Time opened like a book. Voices of the past stood beside them, not for memories, but to fight the darkness and nourish the roots of the future. Along the way, figures appeared like beacons in the fog. They did not speak aloud, they whispered directly into the heart. Lesia Ukrainka spoke to the boy from the frontline city, who has not been broken in the soul, will never be broken by the world. Grigory Skovoroda leaned toward the girl living temporarily in Spain. Do not search for a place. Search for yourself, and you will find home everywhere. Taras Shevchenko said to the little guardian of the rear, fight, and you will overcome. Then Mykola Leontovich silently raised his hand, and in the stillness, Shedrik began to sound. The memory unfolded like a road of light from the heart to heart across borders and oceans. It carried warmth, memory, and life. Щедрик, щедрик, щедрівочка, прилетіла ластівочка, стала собі щебетати, господаря викликати. Щедрик, щедрик, щедрівочка, прилетіла ластівочка, стала собі щебетати, господаря викликати. And people once again noticed the Christmas Express in the present moment. Because where Ukrainian song is heard, darkness loses its power. The children looked down and saw a vast country. Once it had been alive, but darkness had swallowed it long ago. There was no war there, but it was cold. People looked through one another. They spoke without hearing. They touched without feeling. They lived in bodies, but not in hearts. And then the children understood. The most frightening place is not where war exists, but where the light inside has gone out. Darkness felt them. It moved toward the express, heavy, dense, made of fear, dirt, and money that knows no warmth. It wanted to swallow the train, erase it, pretend the light had never existed. But the express did not stop. It was smaller, yet more focused. It maneuvered with ease. The Christmas Express of light carried the voices of children, the memory of ancestors, and life that does not know how to surrender. The express entered the darkness and tore it apart from within. Darkness shattered into small shadows and fled into oceans, caves, basements, places without sunlight. And it became quiet. Not empty, but the kind of quiet where one heart finally hears another. The light did not shout, it simply was, in windows, in hands, in voices that dared to speak truth again. People lifted their eyes and saw each other. They warmed themselves not by fire but by presence. They remembered who they truly were, because Ukraine is not only land, it is a heart that shines even when night surrounds it. And as long as the song sounds, as long as a child holds the sky, as long as truth has a voice, life wins.